Hey, and welcome to the Pod Cafe. I'm Nick Potts.
I'm Emily Potts.
And we listen to coffee. Nope, we drink coffee. And
We
talk about the podcast we're listening to.
Good start.
Yeah, thanks. Well, maybe I'm nervous because today, for the first time ever, we have guests on the show.
Woohoo!
Woo! Why don't you guys introduce yourselves a little bit?
Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Gianna. It works out that we rhyme.
Good start. Good start.
Right? Or it's Bri and G, depends on the day.
Okay.
Ooh, that's fun.
Why don't we, you guys want to jump in on our coffee ratings? It's kind of how we start every episode.
Sure.
Do you want to go first or you want to watch how the pros do it?
Yeah, you guys go
Professionals,
for
of
sure.
course.
All right. Em, what are you drinking today?
You're kind of like stealing my thunder here. I always ask you first.
Oh, well, ask me. Go ahead, ask me.
Hey, Nick. What kind of coffee are you drinking today?
Well, let me tell you. I've been on the cold brew kick. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got their new brown sugar cold brew. And, it's, you know my thoughts on flavored black coffee.
Yeah, it's really up in the air for you.
Yeah, it doesn't change here. It's called brown sugar. If you would have told me it was a caramel cold brew or a mocha cold brew, I would have believed you.
Even mocha, I feel like mocha's such a different flavor.
Then what?
than like caramel or brown sugar. Those are really sweet. Mocha's really rich.
Here's the thing. Mocha is really different than just black coffee, and I still don't taste it. So, anyway, that's the case. It's not that I don't taste it. I taste something different. Doesn't taste like black coffee, but I wouldn't say it tastes like brown sugar.
Okay. So do you like it or no?
Well, my rating for this coffee today is more based on my service. I was really unhappy with my drive-thru person.
Oh, that's rough.
It was awful.
Dang.
This is why it wasn't like he was being impolite, but like when I said thanks, no response. Or like, he just wasn't responding to my politeness, and it was annoying.
Yeah.
So I think for that reason, I'm out. Just kidding. For that reason,
I feel like that's like such an American problem. Like you just like want everyone to be so nice to you all the time. And it's
listen,
like,
I was tired. I didn't have to be nice to him, so I'm gonna give my coffee like a 5. Is that too low? 6?
No,
Your
don't
coffee.
embellish it. Like if it's a 5, call it a 5.
It's a 5. I think I do just prefer the black cold brew over the flavored. I'm not digging the brown sugar.
oh, shoot. Well, I feel like you should know that by now, by how many times you get flavored coffee and then dislike the flavored coffee. So I just have no sympathy for you anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking cold brew too.
What?
Yeah, except it took us so long to set up that now all of my ice was melted.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, it's like a room temp brew.
Yeah, kinda. And because it's so hot in here, because to do this I have to turn my AC off, so everything just melts. But I made this cold brew at home. It's my normal brandless cold brew. Amazing.
Brandless cold brew. That if you let sit too long, it tastes like straight vodka.
What?
Ew.
That is the thing. I tasted some of Lisa's cold brew the other day, and I thought I was drunk. It tasted like alcohol.
What? That's really weird, because I've had this in my fridge for a while, and it just tastes like coffee.
Yeah, but was it steeping?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I take the bag out after 24 hours, per the instructions.
I think Lisa just kept the bag in there.
Gross.
And it tasted like alcohol. I couldn't drink it.
I think you're not supposed to do that because the bag could mold.
That's gross.
That's so gross.
That would explain everything.
You might have just drank mold.
That's disgusting. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That said,
You're
I
welcome.
do like the cold brew when it's done right. The brandless cold brew.
Yeah, well, mine is done right, and I think I will give it an 8. My only negative is currently the room temperature lack of ice situation.
Well, that's more of an operator error.
It's actually mostly just your fault because it took forever for you to get ready.
Still an operator error. Just not you.
Okay, so that's where we're at with coffee. Yeah.
All right. What about you guys? What are you drinking today?
We're both real lame. So I'm not allowed to have coffee this week, so I'm drinking lemon ginger tea.
Ooh, that
Emily,
sounds
Emily
great.
drinks tea on the podcast.
I love tea, and I love
Me
ginger.
too. Me too. Ginger's the best.
Tell us about it. Where'd you get it from?
I got it from Walmart, and it's just like, your average brand.
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy actually showed it to me because when you get tummy aches, it feels so good, and I'm sick.
Is it working?
So, yeah, it makes me happy too.
Yeah.
I like going the extra step and like using the percolator and then hearing the whistling.
Percolate.
And it's so fun.
Percolate.
And then you make tea.
Is that what a teapot's actually called?
A percolator?
I don't
Yes.
know, but it's time for the percolator.
I was gonna say. I thought it was just a teapot, but teach me something.
So it's
Yeah.
good, huh?
They are called that. Someone was
Are they?
saying that at work, and then I started singing the percolator song, and everyone looked at me like I was nuts.
Get it, girl.
I was like, no, it's a song first, then a tea
Correct.
thing.
Before anything else, it's a song.
Yeah.
So, what are you rating this tea? 1 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Always.
Wow.
Best tea you've ever drank?
Whoa.
It's one of the best teas.
Wow.
Yeah. There's only
Okay.
2 teas I'll drink. 3.
What's the other one?
Well, if I'm out, it's a Starbucks black iced tea.
Okay.
If I'm home, it's
Yum.
either the like orange. How do you say that word? It's like
Orange.
an orange something tea from Outback, but you could buy it online. It's amazing.
Okay. From
And
Outback?
then this one. Yeah, I was really sick and went to Outback one time, and I had like 6 glasses while I was there. And then I told the girl, I'm like,
Outback?
can you just tell me where
Like
you
the
buy it?"
place with the bloomin'
Outback
onion?
Steakhouse.
Yeah.
It probably does come with the blooming onion. What's on this?
They put that in the tea.
Oh, I bet
Yeah.
that's why it's good.
Alright, right on. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
10 out of 10.
What are you
I
drinking
love
today?
it.
I cannot say the same because I can't have caffeine either.
Not yet,
For
no.
the foreseeable future. I just got off an all liquid diet and now I'm on pureed foods
Okay.
and trying to get my protein up. So I'm drinking a Premier Protein cookies and cream shake.
Ooh, does it taste like cookies and cream?
This
It
is the
does.
only flavor of this brand that tastes not like plastic. It tastes like an Oreo.
Does
It's
it really?
So
Sounds
good.
amazing.
Does it taste like a milkshake?
Yes.
What
And
other
it's got-
flavors have you had?
Oh, the banana one
Not good?
tastes like
Ugh.
melted Laffy Taffy. Like the
Gross.
banana Laffy Taffy, yeah. And the caramel one I was drinking a couple weeks ago when I could have caffeine and I was putting like 6 ounces of just black coffee in it and it tasted like, caramel macchiato or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you drink it with no coffee, it's just
Not good.
caramel syrup and it's just, too sweet.
Too much.
Too sweet.
Were you
So-
drinking a lot of coffee before?
Yes.
Yes.
Lots of caffeine.
Has the switch been hard?
Yes.
Yes?
Lots of migraines. Lots of migraines. But I was able to slowly cut back before I had to totally give it up, so it hasn't been so bad. I'm adjusting now, but this is usually the first thing I have to drink every morning to try and shoot my protein levels up. So
Oh,
there's
geez.
30 grams of protein in this bad boy. So
Dang, that's pretty good.
yeah.
Dang.
So, what do you rate in your cookies and cream?
On the level of all the protein shakes I've ever tried, this is probably a 9.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Not the best one I've had, but it's up there.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool, very good. Alright, well, today we're doing something a little different. We're taking a break from our rating episodes, and we're going to talk about the vlog you guys are doing.
Ooh.
So fun.
Why don't you guys take a minute and just kind of introduce yourselves in the vlog and give us a little background, whatever you want to say.
You want me to go?
Go ahead.
Okay.
All you.
All right, so we have a channel on YouTube called Bariatric and Boujee. Little background of it. Bariatric kind of pertains to my half of the show. Dealing with weight loss, weight management, food addiction, all things relating to that because I just had gastric sleeve surgery on June 25th. And that's a pretty aggressive weight loss surgery. So that's why my diet is very strict now. No caffeine because it dehydrates you, and I'm trying to learn how to work this new stomach. And then Boujee, the other half of our title, more pertains to Gianna.
That's me. And bougie means that you act like a higher class than you actually are. I don't live a very high class life, but my dream is to brunch, shop, and fundraise.
So that's what bougie means?
Yeah, like living
So,
a higher
like-
class than you actually are.
Okay, that's interesting because I thought bougie was just like rich people. Like actual. So like
Like
Cookie Lyons
Exactly.
is not bougie.
Correct, because she has money.
Right.
But back in the day, she did not have money. And when they were like, you know,
Little
in the
Yeah,
streets
yeah.
and
little
hustling,
cookie.
essentially, that's when she was bougie.
What about that TV show, The Bourgeois? Do you remember that TV show?
And that's
Okay.
a negative code.
Irrelevant
If
then.
you watch our YouTube channel, we're about 10 years behind on all TV shows.
Yeah. We're just watching Gossip Girl and Jane the Virgin, and she's started One Tree Hill this year. Yeah, we're a little
Ugh,
behind.
hate it.
Yeah, a little is an understatement. Yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys do on your vlog? What do you talk about?
Every week I try to give an update.
So it's once a week.
Once a week, every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
At 8 o'clock. We either post a video at 8 or we go live at 8 o'clock. And we try to give a weekly update, weight loss, what my diet is like, kind of the struggles of, you know, I was able to shower again and I didn't need someone to be there all the time. I can go to the grocery store on my own now. And also deals with all the other stuff that Gianna sees as like my sidekick, doctor's appointments, you know, if I call her because I'm hungry or I'm having, you know, whatever I'm struggling with, she just kind of soothes and handles it.
I'm her lemon ginger tea.
Oh!
So good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate your lemon ginger tea?
Oh, dude, an 11 for sure. For sure. That was so good. Yeah, we try to take like 10 or 15 minutes, and if we run out of bariatric and bougie things to talk about, Gianna usually comes up with really solid topics that we just put in a jar and pick them out and banter back and forth.
What-
Yeah, we usually have like a jar of stuff and questions that people have given us over the week. Our friends text us and stuff. And then we just pick whether it's TV shows, Cardi having her baby, you know, whatever.
Cardi B had a baby?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where have you been?
Oh, come on.
What?
Come
Like
on,
yesterday?
I mean,
Yeah.
4 days ago-ish.
I
Is it
don't
a
know.
boy or a girl?
A girl.
It's Culture with a K.
That's what she named it?
Yes.
What's her problem?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Set her up to be like the Kardashians, you know?
Yeah.
Yes,
Get her in there.
exactly.
She's setting her up to marry one of the Kardashian babies, Kardashian West babies.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty behind on my pop culture news. I'm still like heartbroken over Halsey and
I was just
Jeezy.
gonna
Oh, so are we. We're very sad about that.
I can't listen to him and I anymore.
No, it's not the same.
It's all a lie.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, how can you?
They did not cross their hearts and hope to die.
No, I appreciate that you are sad about this.
I'm very sad about it.
Yeah,
I
because
like.
everyone else is like, who's Halsey? I'm like, what do you mean, who's Halsey?
Terrible people.
Yeah, me and Em were talking about it on 4th of July, actually. Their breakup.
It's so sad.
I just feel like I'm confused about your sad because I feel like you love Halsey. Don't you think this is
I
her
do.
shot?
She's on the market now.
Yeah.
Is she, though? I feel like she's already dating someone else.
They said she was with, like, spotted with Machine Gun Kelly outside of a Post Malone show, but not, like, with him.
But they've been friends forever.
Yeah, that's
so-
what that was. I think they kind of tried to throw that in the scandal because they said that her and Halsey, or her and Jeezy weren't speaking, like, behind, you know, the show. Like, they were at the Post Malone show and they weren't with each other, and then all of a sudden Machine Gun Kelly was there, and I was like, oh,
Oh, Jesus.
scandal.
Yeah, that's lame. Did he come out with a new song recently already? I heard a song on the radio the other day
Jeezy?
with her name in it. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't
Whatever Tyler tells me is new is what my information is.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to say no.
All right, fair enough. So, man, I guess we'll start with, why don't you guys just tell us, like, why you wanted to start this vlog in the first place?
Can I ask you a question first?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yes.
You're allowed. Raise your hand.
I want. Hi. I have
Hey.
a question. I actually have like a way back question. Like, I mean, me and Nick have known each other for 26 years. And you know,
Oh, yeah. I'm older than you.
yeah, we can't meet until I'm born.
Yep. I've known you for almost 27 years.
But I want to know, like, how long you guys have been friends and where you met. And,
Oh, that's
like, your,
fun. You
Like,
can
your
tell that
backstory.
So our grandmas grew up on the same, not grew up, but they lived on the same block. And my mom is out of 9. Her mom's out of 8. And
Kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And our grandmas are both widows. So they are these strong, powerful, cool women that raised all these children. And my grandma's number 7 is my mom. And what was your mom?
My mom was number 4 out of 8.
And so everybody was just all friends because there was a lot of girls.
There were 64 kids on their one block.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
crazy. My mom used to tell me stories about there was always someone to play with.
So they were just all
Nuts.
friends. And then, they stayed friends forever. And then
Everyone got married, had babies, and here we are now, 26 years later, ironically also, of knowing each other.
Wow.
And now we
So-
have a podcast and we hang out every day.
Did you guys meet on that block?
No.
my grandma was gone off that block already when I was brought into this earth.
So you guys just met because they were friends?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure family functions of
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
were little and kind of...
But we're definitely getting tattoos of our grandma's numbers on their addresses for us. So 2448 for me.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
2540, I think, was my grandma's address.
2540
2540.
and 2440.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a unique tattoo idea.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Mhm.
You
That's
got,
sweet.
You got any other questions, Sam? Before I.
No, I just kind of wanted the backstory, you know.
No, that was a
just
solid
to-
question. I love telling
Like
that
we
story.
refer to each other as cousins.
Yeah,
And
like
then when
that.
people
That's
want the
awesome.
actual details, we're like, well,
Okay,
not
have a seat.
really.
Have a seat. Pull up a chair.
So you guys have known each other for like ever and have just been besties forever?
No,
Yeah.
we went through
I was like, go ahead.
like middle school, high school because we had to rely on our parents to like get us together. And then I
Oh,
think
yeah.
once we started getting older and could drive and make our own plans, we
Yeah.
started getting closer. And then probably in the last, when did you guys, before Streamwood, like 4 or 5 years, we started getting a lot closer. And then I kind of just became like the third wheel to her marriage with her husband because him and I get along really well too. So I don't know, it's a weird just.
But we saw each other in high school a lot too, because my history class was next to your law class.
Yes.
So we saw each other there a lot. And I was a freshman, you were a senior, right?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are that far apart?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
had
I
no
just
idea.
turned 30 this year.
I'm very
Did you really?
sure.
I turned 30 and you'll be, what, 27 in 8 days?
How do you feel about that? How's 30 feel?
A lot better than I thought I was going to.
Really?
Yeah. I was very, like,
Worried about it?
you know...
A little concerned?
Yeah, like, just pump the brakes, and it's been the best year of my life. No lie.
Nice.
Yeah, 30's good.
Cool. That's fun. I didn't know any of that.
Oh, so
Yeah.
fun.
So fun.
This is why you need me, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
She asks
stuff.
the hard-hitting questions.
I asked the questions you didn't even know you had.
You're right.
Totally.
I would never have thought. All right, can we jump back to it now?
Yeah, now you can go to your questions.
Okay,
I'll raise my hand again if I have something else.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, so why'd you guys want to start this vlog in the first place?
So, I don't know if you've ever heard of a show called The People's Couch. And they watch TV, and I loved watching them, and I thought they were so entertaining. And I was like, I could do that. I'm
They
entertaining
just
when
like
I sit
review.
here on a
You
couch.
can see them sitting on their couch. They're eating their snacks, and you can't see what they're watching. You can just see their reactions, but it tells you like, oh, they're watching Game of Thrones or Scandal or Empire, whatever they're watching. And then they like go into their little segments of like their reviews and their tangents and how could he do this to her? Like they watch The Bachelor, like all types of stuff, and we were like, we are as if not funnier than these people. Like we could do this. And then the show went off the air.
Oh, bummer. So
So
you're
we're
trying to
like-
replace it?
So we're like, well, you know, we went back for a long time, and Tyler told us all the time, like, you guys need a podcast. You guys are so funny when you're together. You need, and we were like, okay, yeah, we'll think about it. And we were gonna first base it around the housewives, but I don't know anything about them. And I was like, I have to like think of something to bring to the table.
You
here.
need a niche.
I needed something. And then like a week before my surgery, Tyler's like, hi, document this. And we were like, oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we start tomorrow.
Yeah. So we literally started like 2 days later, and I was like, well, we always like schedule to hang out Wednesdays. Let's make it a Wednesday thing. all of a sudden it was like the Wednesday before my surgery on Monday. I'm like, well, guess we need to do this now. So, you know, her husband was like, we need to get you guys out there. We need to get you in front of a camera, get you an audience, and now you have something to talk about. And I'm not kidding you, up until Tyler was like, document this, I was like, I don't want to put this out in the universe. I just wanted to have my surgery and mind my own business and not say anything about it. Well, then I started getting really hooked on watching or looking for people on Instagram that had had this surgery. And I started getting like crazy inspired, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is going to be me eventually. And like that really got me through when I was like going through hurdles with my insurance, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. This is so stressful. And then I was like, wait, if I can put my story out there, good or bad, and one other person hears me and it inspires them to do anything, like get healthy or do this or do that, that's what I want to do. And I mean, we've only had 4 weeks of doing this video, and already my people are like emailing or Facebook messaging, and they're like, hey, I'm going to talk to a doctor. Like, I want to get healthy. I want to do this. I want to do that. So now it's just for fun. Cause, like, mission accomplished. So,
done. Life changed.
Yeah. So now it's just for fun. But, you know, we've got this little, like, following, and it's mostly our friends and family. But there's a couple people we don't know that follow, and they listen to my...
I have clients who say, like, how's your friend?
I
like,
love it.
It's
so fun.
Fun.
It's so fun.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the whole idea started with the Boujee part of it then.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
I just needed her to feel comfortable with the topic to talk about, because I can go for days about anything on TV. So I just needed her to find something, and I've been begging her for years. And then you've been telling us, and
here we
finally
are.
got her.
We've had a blast starting this podcast. It's been up and down. We just started it and then pretty much started over.
Yeah.
With a new format. But I don't know, I like this new one. I think it's going better.
I think that's so cool, though, because if you just think about, like, everyone in, like, their adult life these days, like, if you don't know how to do something or you're looking to do something, you go to the internet.
100%, yeah.
And you want to hear from someone else first before you, like even things like buying a car or figuring out insurance.
Word of
it's
mouth.
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So that's so cool. And that'll, like, I mean, that'll get you your following, but that'll, like, keep it, too, because people are going to be like, oh, my gosh, learned from her. And then just the word of mouth, the sharing, it'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool because people can always come back, too. Like, maybe 10 years from now, somebody else will still be considering having the surgery, and then they can just find your videos on YouTube. Even when, like, you're all done, it could still be impacting people. So
That'd be pretty
The
awesome.
first thing we did research was how many bariatric YouTube pages there were, and there were infinite. There were 0 with 2 people. There we are. Boujee, bariatric.
So most of them were just
One person,
like
one
diaries,
story.
basically.
It was essentially a diary, but then there were other videos that I, like, made sure I didn't watch because it was like, do not have this surgery, it'll ruin your life. And I was like, oh man.
You didn't watch
I was
those?
like, I'm like 2 weeks out. If I watch this, like, no, because I've thought about this for 10 years. And the one thought that it took me 10 years to get out of my head was that this is the easy way out. Because I've tried every diet, every gym membership, every at-home workout, everything. And I finally went to a doctor, and he's like, yeah, your thyroid is trash. And no matter what you do, it ain't coming off. And I was like, this is wonderful.
Do you have hypo?
Yes,
Yeah,
hypo,
same.
which means it does not work.
Yeah,
at
right.
all. Yeah, so now I've been on medicine forever, but it's taken them 6 years to finally regulate now where I'm at a good level on my medicine. So my doctor finally said, have you thought about this? And I said, yeah, my dad had it 15 years ago. And, you know, she's like, and? I'm like, it changed his life. She's like, okay, what are you waiting for? And I'm like, it's major surgery. Like, you start thinking of all the things that come with that. And then finally, as I got, you know, a little older, I was like, you know what, you're 30. You want to have children. You want to be healthy to raise these babies, you know, get pregnant, all that stuff. So I did all of my research. I did a lot of research, a lot of reading,
10
a lot
years
of
of
videos,
research.
a lot of talking to people who I know that have had it. And finally, I was like, this is the right move for me. And I'm almost 3 weeks out. And the first week and a half was the worst week and a half of my life. I was miserable. I was in pain. I was dehydrated. I couldn't drink anything. And finally one day it just kind of started to feel a little bit better. And now every day I wake up better every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, there's going to be so much to unpack here. We're going to be jumping around, I think, a lot. Em, do you have anything you want to start with?
I mean, I was going to I have some thoughts, but I was going to let you kind of go, and then I was going to jump in where they seem fit.
Yeah, just interrupt me.
All right. Why don't you get rolling?
Yeah, I'll try. Okay, so you said you talked to a lot of people about it. I know, Gianna, you know a bunch of people who've had the surgery. Did you talk to any of them about it? Yeah?
I mean, pretty much like all of her family that had this, I was like, oh my gosh, what about when this happens? And I haven't been able to drink, and they want me to drink 64 ounces every day, and I'm only drinking like 8. And they were like, girl, relax. That's a really high bar. Drink what you can. Because like the first week and a half, I was so depressed. I was like, I'm failing already. How is this not easy? Just drink. That's all you have to do. And my body was like, we're not ready for anything yet. And I mean, I talked to her mom, cousin, aunt, and they were all so supportive. And it was great to have someone for every step of it. Like, okay, my insurance is taking forever. Yep, it'll happen. Let it happen how it's supposed to happen. You can't do anything about it. Okay, I've got my last doctor's appointment. Okay, well, did you get this test done? Did you do this? Okay, now we're after surgery. Is this pain that I'm feeling normal? Yep, try and walk. You'll feel better. And it was just great to have someone, figuratively hold my hand through the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Any question I had, any anxiety I had was put to ease, almost instantly, with just people around me. People who hadn't had the surgery. Yeah. My support group around me was unbelievable.
Were you worried about that at all? That you would meet, unsupportive people?
Yeah, 100%. Not in my circle, but, at work, things like that. People who are ignorant too. Well, why don't you just work out? You can't punch people that you work with because you need a paycheck.
Sure.
Right. So you have to learn how to, form a response that educates them and also lets them know, it's probably not a question you should ask to somebody who clearly is struggling with their weight. If it was that easy, duh, I would have just done that.
That's really fascinating because if I'm going to be honest, I was in that camp for a long time.
So was I.
But something you said on one of your vlogs was, for whatever reason, never clicked with me. But when you talked about food being an addiction, just like any drug or alcohol or anything, that is a really interesting perspective that I think most people don't think of.
I didn't think about it until someone said it to me. When I had to be a doctor that said something about food addiction. I was like, what do you mean? I'm not addicted to it. Yeah. And they're like, are you a stress eater? And I'm like, yeah, isn't everybody? They're like, no, not really. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So maybe we need to learn, a balance. And I saw a dietitian who she just tried to trigger something in my head, and she did for a while, and I've kind of fallen off, but I have a post-it hanging on my desk at work that basically you need to just remove the emotion from food. You need to just eat because your body needs fuel, not because you're upset, not because you're happy, not because you're this or that. It's because, holy crap, I didn't eat today. You need to put something in your body so that you can go out and be active and, live your life. And I was not doing that. I ate pretty well. Huge vegetable. I love my protein. I could go no carb, but one slip up. And my mentality was, well, you blew it, and not, okay, this isn't going to destroy your path. Mm-hmm. You need to get back on track for your next meal. And I was just an all or nothing person, and now I'm trying to recenter myself every time I slip off, which I haven't now because I'm on liquids and pureed chicken.
Physically can't.
Yum. Yeah. But after I get a little, it's awful.
They have Overeaters Anonymous. Do you know that?
Is that a thing?
No.
Absolutely.
I did not know that was a thing.
So our friend Katie is a substance abuse counselor, and so she gave us a list of things we had to go to, and it was Gamblers Anonymous, AA, and there was a Overeaters Anonymous.
I had no idea that was a thing.
So it's a thing.
I had no idea.
Neither did I.
It makes sense though. There a lot of studies are coming out that are saying that just sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
Cocaine, 100%.
It's insane.
And I was a sugar addict through and through. I wanted sweet stuff only. Yeah. And it's so funny. I just told Gianna this morning when I was driving here, I drove past a Dairy Queen, and they had their advertisement or whatever, and every time I drove past it, I was like, oh, I just want ice cream so bad. And this morning I was like, I'm not even interested. because I've had to cut sugar completely out of my diet.
Yeah.
And now my body doesn't crave it anymore.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
That's what everybody raves about the ketogenic diet for.
That's what I'm going to do now.
Yeah, you cut out all the most carbs. I mean, it's like 25 grams you get. And all the sugar, and people go through what they call the keto flu, which is basically just withdrawal symptoms from sugar. But then your body stops craving it, and I find that happening to me too. Like, I could go long periods of time without ice cream specifically. If I eat it once, that I'm just eating it every day.
Yeah.
It's a downward spiral. It's the worst.
Today's National Ice Cream Day.
Yes, it is. Perfect. Oh, that's so good.
Oh, awful.
What? It's not awful. That's great.
It is great. I don't know. So you're gonna try the ketogenic diet? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like the transition stages they have you in. It's like liquid, then you go to pureed foods, and then you go to soft foods, and they break it down. I went through Northwestern Medicine for my surgery, and they gave me this binder from start to finish of everything you're going to need to know. And the doctor was like shocked that I had read this book. He's like, "Oh, you read the binder?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, why'd you give it to me?" And he's like, "Well, no one really reads it." So it gives me like my grocery list, and it shows exactly what. So I was kind of like, all right, what kind of lifestyle do I want to try and maintain so that I stay on track? And I'm not going to lie, Vinny from the Jersey Shore, the Keto Guido, when he started yelling about it on Jersey Shore, I was like, what the hell is that? And I looked, I'm like, okay, this is pretty similar to like the diet that they're giving me. And now this is, whether it's a fad, which I highly doubt it because it's very effective. There's so much about it now. There's so much information. Pinterest, Instagram. It's like, what can I eat? What can't I eat? Okay, here you go. They lay it out for you. So I think that's going to be the most effective way for me to stay on track, yeah.
There's a lot of very high-level, like, endurance athletes that are switching to keto. There's some UFC fighters doing it, too. It's just interesting because, like, not too long ago, fats were the devil.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to buy low-fat, no-fat stuff.
Yeah.
So the switch, I think, for people's mindsets has been really hard. But a bunch of people are switching over now. So
I did that before the wedding.
The keto? Did it work for you?
Fastest way I've ever lost weight.
I did it for a little while. The problem I ran into was it was harder for me to get fats because I'm allergic to almonds and avocado, which is like two staples in the keto diet. So it was like just eggs and cream for me constantly. So it got rough, but that's interesting. I'm sure it'll work wonders. I
hope so. I'm excited to get it, get out of this. I want to be able to eat my protein now. I'm so tired of drinking my protein. Yeah, I want to be able to eat my protein, even if it has to be the consistency of applesauce. Like I need, like my teeth miss chewing. So a lot of scrambled eggs this week. But that's all right. It's worth it. The goal's worth it.
So you can eat scrambled eggs.
I can eat scrambled eggs, cottage cheese. Consistency of applesauce is what they're telling me. So I've had some interesting blender experiences this past week.
Gross.
I won't put you through it, but I'm looking forward to not needing to puree everything I eat.
Cool.
One of my friends is doing keto, and it seems really hard. I am like impressed by anyone can do it because I am slightly an emotional eater. I love food. Food makes me happy. And I hate like just restricting it just makes me want it more. But 100%. She is killing it on the keto diet, and she can drink vodka sodas, so we still have a great time.
Yes.
No sugar, no carbs. Vodka sodas all day.
Yes.
I think the hardest thing about food is it's such a social thing.
Yes, 100%.
In our lives.
Like I have not gone out to eat in over a month because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like for me to be like, there's probably nothing on the menu I can eat, and even after, it's going to be rough. But
it's so funny how much society is based on eating and drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, what is you go on a first date, where are you going to go? Probably dinner.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out with anybody, you're probably going to go for drinks.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well, you guys are coming over tonight.
Yep.
I went and got food.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to have snacks for the boys.
Yeah, I'm not. I am fortunately not like an emotional eater or anything. I tell people all the time I eat for nutrition. I eat
Yeah.
because I have to. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I hate taking the time to eat. I hate it.
You're
But
not relatable.
We are so different. Yeah, I can't relate to that at all.
Yeah. My roommate makes fun of me all the time because he spends hours in the kitchen, like seasoning and putting stuff on his food. I will just like stick something in the oven, eat it plain, and just be done with it. Yeah, though my ice cream addiction is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's real.
I
I
feel
hear
like
you.
we tempt you here at this in my house.
Oh, I fold all the time.
And like, I get him lactose-free milk
Yeah.
so he can enjoy everything.
What I do though is if I know I'm probably gonna fold, I will fast for most of the day.
Okay.
So like, cause like I said, it's a calorie game. So then I can just kind of splurge a little.
But you brought food here.
Yeah, I have, cause I'm cutting weight right now, so I kind of have to be on top of my game.
So I shouldn't have bought the muffins and the cookies for tonight.
Listen, I'm still gonna eat them.
You know what's worth it? Nick, if you're going to fold on ice cream today, the S'mores Blizzard is back at Dairy Queen for a limited time, so it's a summer one.
That was the last really bad thing I ate before I had surgery, before I had to start my pre-op diet. It was on a Monday, and on Sunday I went to Dairy Queen for a S'mores Blizzard. I'm not kidding you. It was so good.
Was it delicious?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's so good. My favorite.
I've never been like a huge s'mores flavoring person. Abby is.
Well, you should do it my way. I have like the annoying Starbucks order, like that type of person, but at Dairy Queen. Like I do S'mores Blizzard, ask them to add Oreos, and then make it with chocolate ice cream.
Shut up. That sounds awesome.
Oh my god.
It's
You got a
so
complicated
good.
order.
Oh my god.
They'll do it though.
So Gianna, you've been through this like a number of times then.
Yeah.
Is it like the same with everyone, or is each experience different?
Ooh,
How's
that's
this one
such a
different?
fun
So-
question.
Just even pre-op, I can tell you that my mom and my aunt had the same experience as Bree has with taking just almost a year or over just to get the insurance to say yes. Where my cousin Sam I said, I want the surgery. 6 weeks later, had the surgery.
Why? Why the
Different
difference?
insurance.
Different
And mine
insurance.
took literally a year and a half.
Why? What are they looking at?
They make you go through a process of going to see a psychologist, a nutritionist, 6 months away in. They just have all
A
these
sleep study,
Yeah.
a stomach test, all this stuff. They need to make sure you're committed, essentially. They don't want people who think this is like a quick fix. For the most part, I don't know how Sam got in so fast.
I just think her insurance was very lenient with it.
It could be. But they want to make sure like you're committed and that you're not just going to go and think they're going to take your stomach out and, 2 weeks later you're going to be thin and you never have to watch what you eat or,
Yeah.
pay attention to what you put in your body. But it tested me after a year and a half.
I like that it takes a year. I think your brain is not mentally ready in 6 weeks. And I think seeing those three struggle through a year, they wanted it more. They were going to stick to it more. And I don't know. I think that year, maybe not suffering, but that year of knowing it's coming. Maybe
No,
not
I like
whole
testing
year.
commitment for sure.
I really like that.
It's like organ transplants.
Exactly.
If you're gonna keep drinking alcohol and destroying your liver, like why are we gonna give you a new one?
Yeah.
Right. Totally agree.
That's interesting. Okay. What about like the emotional experience of it? Does everybody handle it the same way usually?
I would say everybody got a little cockier.
Cockier?
Absolutely.
What do you mean cockier?
They were a little more confident.
Like after the whole process was done, you mean?
Yeah, like you're not there yet.
I was like, wait a minute, not yet.
But like food, you know what I mean? Like for you, it's gonna be like September to December where your weight's gonna drop.
I'm
Where-
good with that.
And my dad and I talked about this. I'm like, is she a little more confident than normal? I'm like, she has a little more attitude. That's what I feel from her. And so that's what I've noticed. Like their confidence is up. They're happy. They're
Yeah.
excited to show who they've been hiding
Mhm.
for how many years.
That's kind of nice though. That's
So-
awesome. Interesting. What about like during the process? Has it been pretty stressful for everyone?
It's just pure stressful because, you can't get to the doctor on time or they don't have till 3 months later you can't get in. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fighting with the doctors and the nurses. Where are my paperworks? And where's this?
Is this all after the surgery?
This is all pre-surgery.
Oh, pre-surgery.
And then post-surgery. No, I mean, I think my mom said same as her, I can't wait to chew.
Uh-huh.
And she even said, because Brie was worried about the gross part of blending food, and my mom said, when you are allowed to do anything but drink liquid, it's the greatest thing ever.
It just
take it. So I think after everybody's scared, it sounds gross, but every step is such a milestone that it's awesome. Like, they just can't wait for that mashed tuna.
So it's more just excitement through the whole thing rather than
and
being
you're
stressed
seeing
or
results.
Yeah.
People are saying to Brie, oh my God, I notice. You know, I see her every day, so it's harder for me. But, like, when I see pictures of her from June, absolutely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 4 weeks ago?
It'll be 3 weeks on Monday.
3 weeks? How much are you down already?
21 pounds.
Dang.
But pre-op,
Woo!
lost 20.
Yeah, but
That's awesome.
in the 2 weeks before my surgery, I lost 22 pounds on my pre-op diet.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm 40 pounds since June 1st.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but
Congrats.
it feels amazing. Like, I can already tell in my clothes, like in my face, in the mirror. Like, my basketball shorts that are like my go-to, they are as tight as they can be, and they're still falling off my butt.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I bet that feels good.
So it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing now. Like, I look at myself in the mirror. It's so different now. Like, I actually look at myself and not like quick, like, okay, your hair's fine. Okay, bye. Like, now I'm like, oh, look at this jawline. Yeah, it's been pretty. It's the last week or so has been pretty great.
Do you have like a target, like an end goal?
I'd like to lose probably 130 pounds would be
Total.
an ultimate goal. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Which, I mean, a lot of the people that I'm watching now, you know, on Instagram and everything, I kind of try to look, and obviously everyone's metabolism's different, and their eating habits when they're allowed to eat are different. But
You're tall.
I mean, and I'm tall. I think I'm 5'8", so I try to look for people that have my similar body types, and these women are just like blowing past that.
Really?
130 is like nothing. I'm like, okay, let's shoot for 130. Anything past that's a bonus.
Well, I mean, if you got to think if you're already down like 40.
And then
you're
when I think
just
of that, I'm
starting.
like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, that's like 90 pounds. Okay, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like no
I can't
problem.
wait to share clothes with her. I am benefiting in this. I'm getting a whole closet added to my closet.
And so am I, because she has so many clothes. So many clothes. Yeah, that's like
The
something.
bougie side coming
that's like
out.
something I don't ever
Oh,
think
absolutely.
about. Yes. Yes. That's something I never really. I mean, I thought about it, but never like put into words. Was like I was never able to like share clothes with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like growing up. Now, it's over for all of you.
It's
Just so you know.
all your clothes are
Coming
mine.
for all of you.
I'm excited.
That's really interesting. Is that something you like used to think about a lot? Were you ever like very self-conscious about clothes, like shopping, for instance?
100%.
Were you?
I hated clothes shopping. Oh my god. Now, when I'm buying stuff in like smaller sizes, I'm like, need it. When I really don't. But like I'm getting boxes and packages and stuff like all the time, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I ordered this. Okay, I'll be able to wear this by like November, and yeah.
That's got to be hard, right? Because you're still losing weight at a pretty tremendous speed. So like, do you
I'm at
shop
an
now or do you
awkward-
wait?
Well, I started shopping before surgery knowing that I was going to lose 30 to 40 pounds real quickly. So, like, my jeans that I had on reserve that I was expecting, like, August, September, like, I'm in them now because my other ones are too big. So, now I've gone through my closet and taken out the stuff that I'm like, this winter stuff's not going to fit me come winter. So, I'm getting, I've got my donate pile ready.
Yeah.
But now shopping, it's so much easier. Oh, my God.
It's more fun.
Yes, it's so much more fun. So much more fun.
Imagine 90 pounds from now.
I can't wait. It's
You're gonna have
so
like runway
great.
shows.
I know. It's gonna be so good.
So excited.
That's fantastic.
And I told her I am buying her first bikini.
Please, we're going on a cruise in January, and she's convinced that's not gonna happen.
It
But
doesn't
she's
have to be like a full bikini, but I'm buying you your first bikini.
You've never owned one before.
absolutely not.
Never.
No,
You
I'm
wouldn't-
not. But I'm not a water creature
Yeah.
like normally. Like, I don't know. I'm not a water person. And it could be, I mean, I don't have a fear of drowning. That's a lie. I do have a fear of drowning, but I can swim.
Okay.
It's weird. I know. Respect the sea, okay? But, like, if I'm in a pool, fine. But, like, I'm also someone who wore clothes over my swimsuit. Who wants to be, like, in clothes, whether it's, like, a tank top and shorts, like, in the pool?
Yeah.
That's not fun for me.
Right.
So I avoid water sports at all costs. So, who knows? I could be a little more adventurous once I feel more comfortable in what I'm wearing. Not likely, but maybe.
Yeah.
You will.
But you know what's cool? One Pieces are back.
Yes.
One Pieces are
Thank
back.
God.
I have
So
two
are
of
fanny
them.
packs.
Best thing ever.
She's just got to throw that in there. She got a new fanny pack for her birthday.
What?
But they're not called fanny
So
packs
excited.
anymore. Wait. They're not called fanny packs. What are they called?
They're called belt purses.
Belt purses.
This sounds like a bougie thing. This
1,000%.
This sounds like a poor person trying to fancy up a fanny pack.
So, no. Dorit, who is a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, wore one every episode, and I Googled them every episode, and they were over $1,000.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
Caitlin sent me one from Macy's. Probably not $1,000, but like, it could pass.
What's wrong with just a regular purse?
Because now I'm hands-free.
Why don't you just buy a backpack?
She has a cross purse
Yeah.
that
Then my
requires no
shoulders
hands.
hurt.
What are you carrying in this bag?
A lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Whatever happened to the clutch?
Oh,
That's
my
the
hands.
worst.
I'm not
yeah,
hands-free.
No, clutch is the worst.
Why is the clutch the worst? It's
'Cause
small,
you have to
right?
use your hands.
Oh.
Put it down, you leave it somewhere.
100%.
Thank you.
Amen, yes.
I dare you to carry around a clutch the next time you go somewhere. Let me know how that goes.
Just carry your cell phone in your hand. Don't ever put it in your pocket. Just hold it always. That's what it's like.
Why would anyone get a clutch in the first place then?
Because they match your outfits.
Now you can just buy a
And
belt
no one wants
purse.
to carry their huge purse with them, with everything in it. If you're just like, lip gloss, cell phone, wallet, keys.
I'm so happy I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Neither does she anymore because she has a belt purse.
and it's big enough that it fits my massive iPhone.
Have you worn it in public yet?
I tried to wear it yesterday at the share show, but that didn't work out.
The share show that you didn't go to?
Yeah, that we didn't
Oh,
go
don't
to.
remind me.
Would you wear it in public?
100%.
I don't
I'm looking
believe
for
you.
the.
She can't wait.
Take me outside right now.
Catch her outside with this.
Catch me outside with my belt purse.
Exactly.
I just haven't found
Why
the
didn't
right
you guys
place.
go to the share show?
Oh,
I watched the episode when you guys were excited about it.
don't ask. So, first traumatic
Don't ask,
event.
Don't ask.
Don't ask, but let me tell you.
So I had some kind of virus starting since Wednesday. I've not felt good. I've missed infinite work. So I was in the urgent care yesterday, and so I was texting her, so sad. I'm gonna try and come. Deathbed. My belt purse is in my backpack, waiting to be worn. I made a shirt and everything.
Your fanny pack is in your backpack?
With the clothes I was gonna change into for the share show.
Part of her outfit.
Shut up. So, and then she texted me, now that the crisis is averted, your
'Cause they let
gallbladder
her-
can
yeah.
stay inside of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I bought 2 o'clock tickets instead of 8 o'clock tickets on accident.
How'd you
So
mess
we were
that
gonna
up?
go. I don't know. And I thought I like thoroughly checked because I'm like, you can't return these. And she texted me at like noonish and was like, I'm going to urgent care. And I was like, oh god, like I think it's her gallbladder. It's got to come out. And then I'm like, today of all days, she's gonna kill herself because she's obsessed with Cher. So then I put the tickets in my Apple wallet. So I got like a notification. It was like, you have an event today at 2 o'clock. And I was like, I work till 2:30. No, I don't. And I looked and it was like, Cher the musical. And I'm like, oh no. So then at like 2-ish, a little before 2-ish, she was like, they're letting me go home. I need to rest, blah, blah. I'm so sorry about the concert or the show. And I'm like, so now that you're not stressed about it anymore because we're not going, I have to tell you something. I bought tickets for the wrong show. And she's like, shut up. So I'm like, if we needed to buy new ones, if she would have made a recovery, I would have bought new tickets. We would have went. She was so geeked.
Sure.
But I just came over and we just hung out, watched a movie, took care of her.
Are you guys still gonna go?
It's over.
Today's
it's
the
closing
last day.
weekend.
It was the last one.
Today's the last
But
day.
you need to know, we also had tickets to Halsey, and then she had surgery.
Yeah, she
And we
bought me
couldn't
tickets
go.
for Halsey for my birthday.
So
And I
yeah.
thought the concert was the 22nd, and then I went to see Halsey at the B-Bash the 23rd. So when they called me for my surgery, they're like, oh, we'll schedule you for the 18th. And I was like, I waited a year and a half. I kind of got stuff to do that weekend. So then I'm like, all right, I'll go to Halsey the 22nd and the 23rd, have my surgery on the 25th. Well, the concert was the 29th.
Oh, God.
So I bought her tickets. We didn't go. She bought me tickets. I got sick. We didn't go.
So now we are no longer allowed to do live events together. We're never going to try it again.
Not.
Except Bariatric and Boujee.
Yeah, except
right.
our... Yeah.
Your own live events.
Yeah, we'll maybe buy tickets like the day of if we have nothing to do. Yeah, we can't
That's
plan
brutal.
ahead.
Who's the Cher fan? Both of you?
Not as much. Yeah, like I like Cher, a moderate amount. She's obsessed.
I can't name one Cher song.
What?
Not
Before
one.
you come
Cannot
over
be
tonight,
possible.
you better have a song in mind.
Because if you don't have one, Patsy, she's going to give you one. And she's going to dance and parade and
There's
sing
a song
it.
about love for sure.
All of them.
Oh, okay. Our parents went to me and Emily's parents went to the Cher show.
Probably the actual Cher show.
They're all over the place. They went to the Cher show. They just went to the Jimmy Buffett concert at Wrigley.
That's
They're
so
so fun.
fun.
Yeah. I don't know who the Cher. I think my dad's the Cher fan.
I hope your
Yeah,
dad's
he
a
is.
Cher fan.
He is. He
Your
loves
dad's
her.
officially my favorite.
I think they had a blast. I'm confused. Was Cher in the Cher show?
No.
No, it's a story. It's a musical about her life.
Did she produce it? Is
No,
she involved?
she showed up to the June 24th show of it.
She showed up to the one that they went to.
I
Shut
saw-
up.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did your dad cry?
Gianna's gonna walk away.
I didn't know that. That's fun for Marty.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would've
he
been
was trying to
arrested.
see her, but everyone was standing up in front of him, and he was getting really mad, and he couldn't see her.
You get arrested for that. You
I call the police and you go to jail.
Yeah, she's worth going to jail for.
Wow, that's so fun.
I would have thrown myself. I don't know. I would have just started crying.
Do you believe? That's the only one. That's the only one.
Cher played how many times at the wedding? Multiple times. It was
multiple
like
times.
okay, like when I threw the bouquet, I played "Song for the Lonely."
And I caught the bouquet. That was so, oh my god, it was so great, but also so awful. It was just a perfect shot. And I was like, I hate this song. And then I just caught
I
it.
have no recollection of Cher playing at your wedding.
You probably didn't realize it was Cher.
That's because
Probably
you
not.
were moonwalking or doing the worm or whatever, breakdancing.
backflipping or
Yeah,
something.
backflipping. That's what you were
Yeah,
doing. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the only Cher song I know, I think.
That's okay. You
I
said
know
none,
I know
you
Sonny
what?
and Cher did one.
Yeah.
What song is that?
I got you, babe.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Those are
Yes.
the two Cher songs I know. I know she was in the movie Beaches.
And she's about to be Mamma Mia too.
With
Stay
Mamma
tuned.
Mia.
She was in Beaches?
Yeah.
I don't think
that was
so.
Bette
I think
Midler.
you're
Was it
thinking
Bette
of
Midler,
like
Cher?
Mermaid or that other one.
Mermaid? Is that what it was called?
Mermaid.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, Mermaid, not Beaches.
No, it was called Beaches.
I'm going to find out. 'cause
think
I-
Wait,
so.
what's the Moonstruck? She's in also.
Never heard of it.
It's very
And she was in
dramatic.
Burlesque.
Never saw it.
Right there.
That's not Cher.
I know, let's see.
What is Beaches even?
It's with Bette Midler and...
Who's that?
Who is
I
that?
don't know who this other lady is.
What was she in then? Mermaid? It was called Mermaids?
Do Cher and
Yeah,
Phoebe.
Mermaids.
I don't know why I would have seen that movie. Probably because
Your
Marty
dad.
liked it. Yeah.
Because we owned it. We owned
did
it on
own
VHS.
Yeah. I feel like I can picture the cover.
Yeah.
Burlesque, Mamma Mia 2. What's she? Zookeeper.
She's a voice.
Oh, that makes sense.
Have you seen
Mermaids.
her in Will and Grace? Have you watched Will
No.
and Grace?
Like 10
She
years
plays
ago.
Cher, and like she plays
Oh,
herself,
she plays
and
herself.
Jack loses his mind.
Huh.
It's the best episode ever.
Yeah, she was
It's
in
called
Mermaids.
Gypsies, Tramps, and
and
Weed.
I can't believe you know the title of the episode.
That's what she wrote on her shirt to go to Cher. Was the title of her Will and Grace episode.
It's
Oh,
only a little bougie.
my goodness.
Yeah,
I have a
Beaches is
question for the
Mermaid.
bougie.
Okay.
Hit it.
So, I don't know if you do this intentionally, but in every one of the episodes that you guys have on YouTube that I watched, you always talk about someone who doesn't get enough credit in each episode, and I kind of love that.
Oh, do I? I don't notice that
Yeah.
I do that.
Every episode, you're always like, oh, she doesn't get enough credit. And I was like, yeah, give her
Like
that
Lindsay
credit.
Lohan
Yeah.
Lindsay
so,
Lohan.
in Parent Trap.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
11 doing 2 roles.
That's baby Lohan.
Mary-Kate and Ashley did 2 people, 1 role. Like, come on.
not enough credit. So my question is, I mean, maybe you just answered it, but like, who are your like top 3 to 5 people who we should just give some credit to right now?
God, okay. Chris Tucker, right off the bat.
Chris Tucker.
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
Also, her favorite movie quote, if you saw that episode.
Yes. Probably Jackie Chan also, just because, like, he's doing his own
just
stuff.
Rush Hour.
Cast of Rush Hour.
Come on, those are some clutch movies.
He gets a lot of credit, Jackie
Not enough
Chan.
in my world.
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan, because of that. God, we just watched Black Panther the other day.
Who doesn't get enough credit?
The main character, I feel like people really give the guy who played the villain, I forgot what his name is, but they give him
Michael
a
B.
lot
Jordan.
of credit. He's with, yes, Michael B. Jordan.
Because he's huge right now.
Like, hello? Why are you not giving the king more credit? Like, he's Black
King
Panther.
T'Challa?
Yes. You're remembering a lot more.
I remember some things.
No, I think, I don't know. I'm trying to think of else. I'm watching Gossip Girl right now. So who is not,
You've never seen Gossip Girl before?
no, I've not.
That surprises me.
She
I know.
loves it though.
I love it.
I've never seen it.
Chuck Bass. I know he gets all the credit. but- Go ahead.
I watched it start to finish on Netflix, and you guys were talking about some episode you just watched the other day.
Yeah,
with
Chuck
like,
Bass's dad.
Yeah, and I was like, in my head, I was like, ooh, you got so much good things coming from that.
So
Like, you don't even
excited.
know.
I'm so excited. I am very excited about Gossip Girl because I started One Tree Hill, couldn't finish it. People give too much credit to Peyton Sawyer. I can tell you that.
Oh, leave Peyton Sawyer alone.
Oh god, she's the worst. But yeah, I really, really like. I think I like Blair more than Serena. I think I relate more to Blair.
Serena Williams.
No, Serena
Serena
Vanderwoodson.
Vanderwoodson.
It's like the wrong
Nick,
one.
come on.
Sorry, I listen to Part of My Take now, so, sports.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting The Office also, and Dwight Schrute needs to be talked about more.
What? I think he was talked about a lot. You're just behind the times.
I agree.
And I think that's my problem. I think I'm watching stuff so late in life, besides Parent Trap, I've watched that my whole life, that I'm like, why are we still talking about these people? Like, it's been 10 years and they deserve an award again.
Yeah, the problem is these people, like, okay, Chris Tucker. What's the last thing he did besides
Talk
Rush
bad
Hour?
about Chris Tucker.
What's the last
dare
thing
you.
he did besides Rush Hour?
Chris Tucker stand-up comedy.
Yeah, Chris Tucker, his Netflix special right now
Is it new?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It's good?
Oh, it's so good. And I'm not obsessed like she is with him, but I'm a fan of him from the Friday movies, because the original Friday is my all-time favorite movie.
Okay.
So I'm a fan of him from that, but seeing him how he's evolved now and he's like an older man and he's still hilarious. I agree with you on that one. He deserves more credit.
I think he just spent his money too fast. I think that's what
New
it is.
stuff. Yeah. If I was rich, I'd have that problem too, probably. What about Lindsay Lohan? What has she done lately?
I just read something because what is that movie she's in with Tyra Banks? Where Tyra Banks
Project Runway.
Life Size?
Life Size. Life Size 2 is coming out.
That's so old.
Yeah, but they're making another one.
And
They are?
she said, I'm in the talks with Lindsay Lohan right now to have a special part. She hasn't agreed to it yet, but I have a special part made for her. But I guess Lindsay
That's
Lohan's like on
amazing.
an island doing her.
Oh, good for her. What are they gonna do? Grandma Barbie?
I don't know.
Is Tyra Barbie again? Is that what
She
that
has to
show
be.
was? Or
Yeah,
that
she
movie?
was the girl like got a Barbie and then it like
And then it
became life size.
became life
Came
size.
to life.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was a good one. Forgot about that movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
So good.
So do you ever want to, what are your feelings about bougie? You want to stay bougie? You ever want to, like, become Cookie Lion so you're not really bougie anymore?
Oh my god.
You want to bypass
absolutely.
bougie sometime?
Yeah, I want to train someone eventually how to be me because they're going to be bougie and I'll be rich already.
Wait.
So I'll be-
You want an apprentice?
well, yeah, because now I'm rich in the future.
Okay.
And I'm too busy having lunch and putting together fundraisers. How am I supposed to do things?
So
Like,
you
go shopping?
want, like, a personal assistant?
Absolutely. So I had a trial run for my wedding, and Bree was my personal assistant, and it's so nice just being like, write this down. Don't forget this.
How'd you feel about that?
She said please, so it was fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, she wasn't always barking orders.
So you don't want to train someone. You want someone to do things for you.
Yes, I don't ever want to drive a car again.
Okay, how are we going to do this? What are your long-term goals for not being bougie anymore? What are your short-term goals for not being bougie anymore?
So I've already started. I went down to 4 days a week at work. So far.
This sounds like a backstab. Now you're making less money.
No, I don't want to work.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm looking for like a hit rich situation.
We need to be rich, but not work.
Right.
How are we getting there?
So Tyler told me, I figured out if I work 4 days a week and make the same amount of money as 5 days a week, step one, I have an extra day to do.
How's that
go to
happen?
lunch.
You just like fit in more clients in those 4 days, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 days a week has been awesome. I feel like I'm on vacation every day.
That's great.
That's awesome. I feel like if this is what the tiniest touch of it feels like, I'm good with it. So I just want to keep going.
So how much money will it take to not be bougie anymore?
Good question. Like, when did you make it? How much money?
When I don't have to check my bank account before I'm about to make a large purchase, I'm there. Like, an over $1,000 purchase.
I was like, wait, what kind of, like a boat or like everything you actually want to target before you
like
start
a
putting
really
stuff
nice
back?
meal.
Yeah, like my next step is not checking my bank account before I spend $1,000. When I'm like, oh, for sure it's in there. And more.
Okay, I like that.
But
That's a pretty
I
low
don't
bar,
want to be
I feel.
mean. I plan on
You want to be
spreading
humble.
the wealth.
Humble.
Like I want to always pay
Sit
for
down.
lunch.
Be humble.
I'm with that. That's
Yeah.
good.
I want to, I would be nice. My dream is to own a salon one day and it be very successful.
Like a high-class salon.
Yeah.
So you would rather open your own salon than be like celebrities' personal stylist?
Yeah, because I want to be the boss.
Okay.
I don't want to be
Very
bossed
good-
around.
Yeah, she's a natural born leader.
Okay.
In most cases. You like to take charge. Sometimes you're like, ooh, can anyone else do this?
Somebody fix my computer.
Right.
All right. So how are we gonna open the salon? When? Give me a timetable. When are you gonna open your own salon?
I don't know. That's the biggest part right now because, children one day should be born. So I don't know if it's children.
Of your own or just in general?
One was probably just born.
Yeah.
Hopefully mine. I don't know. I would say within the next 10 years for sure I should have an up and running salon with stylists. And I want to start small. I've seen people dive in too deep and then they drown. So I would start like a 4-chair, 5-chair salon. And then eventually my dream is to have like a salon and spa, and it's something that can run without me needing to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And just go on vacation.
And just be on vacation.
You keep working, I'm gonna go over here.
So in 10 years, you want to be at that point, or in 10 years you want to at least just have it open?
I would like to be, in 10 years, have my 4 to 5 chair salon successful enough that I'm looking into
Expanding.
the bigger and better.
Okay.
And so I would like my name to be on the little subtitle thing, or what do they call it, like credits after Real Housewives. Like they've come to my salon, gotten their hair done.
That's fun.
But I'm out with them shopping.
So you're not doing their hair. You just found someone who's so fantastic that they're coming to your salon for the experience in this girl.
Right, yeah. I'm not working.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm writing checks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
you
where I
want
wanna be.
You want to open up your own store. You would never do like house calls or anything.
I don't like doing house calls. I like having a station with, I know where everything is. I have everything. Being mobile for me is not my favorite. I forget something every time.
What about starting at like your own house, having people come here?
I've done that.
You've done that.
I've done my parents' basement. I had a chair, shampoo bowl, mirror. It was full professional setup.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I felt like they were in my own personal space. Like I didn't like it. I like the separation of home and work.
That's interesting because the lady I go to is that in her basement. She's got like this room, and every time I just walk in her house without knocking, and it's like her husband's just chilling on the couch watching TV. I'm like, hey, and then I go downstairs, and it's kind of awkward, but I don't know. So you're not into that.
Yeah. And I've been to somebody's house before who had it, and animals are a big factor too. Some people don't like dogs. Most people are allergic to certain animals, and that, stops them. And a lot of people that I've, asked, they really do like a salon setting. They like relaxing, the magazines, the talking to other people, being social, having their little coffee bar. I worked at a salon that gave you champagne.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fun. Will you do that at yours?
Absolutely. Yeah. Get them drunk, they spend more.
Where are you going to open this?
What'd you say?
Where are you going to open this? Where's the location?
First of all, this is deja vu. I've totally had this moment in my life with you.
Hey, thoughts turn into things, okay? If you keep talking about it.
Let's just figure it out. Let's write a business plan.
I've actually found a couple locations that I've looked at in the past week.
Okay.
Not that I'm going to jump on anytime soon, but I've looked. I wouldn't want to lose my clientele, but I wouldn't want to affect the salon I'm at right now. So I like South Elgin.
Okay.
I like that it's really coming up, and it's being like a really awesome area, and it's like higher class in most spots.
And it's not the city.
It's not the city.
Right.
You don't like the city?
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
Remember the whole I don't want to drive in a couple years thing? Like, I don't want to drive there.
Well, you can move down there. No?
Too fast paced.
Yeah, there's
too
not
fast?
a chance.
Okay. All right. So South
like
Elgin. So what are the roadblocks right now? Why are we not just buying it right now? Money? How much money would it take?
I don't know. I know I have solid credit though, so I'm sure it'll be fine. And my father-in-law and dad told me say when, and we will invest. Because I've been talking about this since I was 7, 8. I knew I wanted to open a business. I never knew what it was. My path was advertising or hair. Those were my 2 paths, and I chose hair. Because I was like, if it doesn't work out, I'll always have that license.
Well, you're going to have to do both now if you're going to open your own.
I love it. At the salon I'm at right now, I always am throwing events. I'll do, we do, breast cancer fundraiser. And we've done things a little boy needed a heart transplant.
Wow.
So we did a fundraiser for him and raised a bunch of money. So that's what I love doing. I love putting those events together.
So what are we waiting for?
I just Googled the cost of this, by the way.
Yes.
It says it's about $32,500 for your equipment and your improvements, and $27,000 of that is your salon equipment.
Yeah, it's not going to be expensive. Here's the problem.
I feel like that's a lot for hair equipment. I'm just saying. I know, it's not. How much are these blow dryers costing? $27,000.
My blow dryer is $350.
Okay, but there's only 5 chairs.
Do you have the Dyson?
What'd you say?
A Dyson? Isn't that a
So
vacuum?
do you have the Dyson?
No, somebody's asked me that
also
before.
make a
Is it a Dyson?
It's actually a Ferrari engine blow dryer.
Of course
You're
it
lying.
I swear to God. Google it.
There's a Ferrari engine?
I'm Googling
it's
it
got a little
right now.
Italian flag on
Does
it.
that just rip their hair right off?
No, but it's
Are we talking like a
dry.
V8?
How many horsepower does this blow dryer have?
Yeah.
I bet I could find out.
If I put it in the water, could I use it as a boat motor?
You'd be electrocuted.
Oh.
So
Good point.
Fair.
steer clear.
So no. So
Wow.
so money's not the issue.
It's people. You need to find so it's probably $1,000 to $3,000 per month rent.
Okay.
So I need clients, first of all, to follow me, which I'm sure won't be a problem. But then you need stylists that actually have a base that will also make you money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rent's not going to stop.
Sure.
So if you have 2 people not making money, bills don't get paid.
True.
So before I go in, I'd be smart enough to find a couple stylists with a following that are ready to work.
So you wanna straight up jump to opening a 5-chair salon. You wouldn't start at something smaller, then expand maybe?
No, because I know there's studios. I don't like that. I don't like it being 2-3 people in a small room. I worked in a couple of different types of salons, and I like the home feel of not like a 42 chair salon.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10, 15
Does
years
that
away.
exist? Does that exist?
Yeah, my first salon I worked at had 42 stylists.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
If
Huh.
you're looking for a nail tech, I'm your girl.
Awesome.
So let me know.
That sounds perfect.
Since when do you have that skill?
Excuse me. Do you see these nails? They're beautiful.
Look at that.
Ooh, girl.
They're yellow.
I feel like
Just did them.
you just painted your nails. I could do that.
I
Hey,
paint my nails
I
all the
dare you
time,
to try
and
to
it's a
paint your
skill.
nails.
Yeah. Trust me, not everyone can do it, and I'm great at it.
Okay.
But I would want full service.
What does that mean? Hair,
you can
nails?
do your nails, you can get your facial, you can get a massage, you can get a wax.
I need one of those.
You know, and I am actually thinking about going to get my barber license.
Your barber license?
Uh-huh.
Is that different than...
So having my cosmetology license kind of like trumps everything, which is nice. So I don't have to go for a full barber. I don't have to do a portion of it, but it gives me the right to use a straight razor.
Really?
Do not.
So
I
you
legally
technically
cannot,
can't?
Nope. I would lose my license.
What do you do with a straight razor? Is that face stuff?
Yeah, and when you want to like do their hairline,
Yeah.
even doing like cool designs in people's head.
Graphics.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you would do it with a peanut first, and kind of like, you know, a small little razor.
I didn't know.
Yeah, well, I just went to a class and it was so cool. And then you go over with a straight razor so it lasts them longer and it's like a perfect clean line. My brother is waiting.
Really?
And
so what do you
it's
do?
versatile.
Well, go.
Yeah, I've
Because
seen people who do their eyebrows with it.
I used to have an undercut, so I would go to this girl that had her barber license so that she shaved the side of my head and my undercut.
I remember that.
And
Why don't you do that anymore?
it was just high maintenance to go every 4 weeks to get it shaved, and then I really liked the girl that did my hair, but she kept moving, and so I followed her for her first 2 moves, and then she moved again like 45 minutes away, and I can't keep following her, so I kind of blame her.
And now
She
you're
moved.
moving.
And I gave up, so yeah. So I just
That's why I
growed
don't
out.
want to move.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Tyler said, why don't you just go to another salon and then go start your own. And I was like, if you move too many times, people are not going to follow you. You
Yeah.
know, you lose a certain percent every time you move. And you'll gain, but you will lose a certain percent.
Do you think if you opened your own right now, you would lose... Like, what's your client base like right now? Do you think you have enough to open?
I mean, I definitely would have enough to open, like, by myself. You know what I mean? Like, I could definitely do a studio on my own. But also, you have to think, that's your own insurance, your own color tubes. You have to buy everything your own.
Yeah.
And right now I'm not. Because I work for a salon. So and Tyler and I have talked about, would we own a salon where everybody works for us and we provide all the color, all the tools? Or is it a rent basis where I'm just collecting 30% of what you're making because I'm giving you a chair?
Interesting. So what's the next step?
Just keep building a client base and hopefully have, you know, a dream board in the next couple months of what I actually, it's creepy, not creepy. The age 30 is creeping up real fast.
I know.
It's not so bad, I promise.
I know, but I feel like I need to start making grown-up decisions.
I felt the same way, though.
Did that kind of
yeah.
play into your decision to finally get the surgery?
Yeah, I think we were talking about this recently, too. Like, I remember my whole life waiting for that defining moment where you're like, oh my God, I'm not a child anymore. I'm actually an adult. And, like, you get your first credit card. I don't think that does it. Your first car payment, I don't think does it. But when I bought my first house, I was like, oh my God.
I'm an adult.
Oh my God, I'm not splitting rent with someone. Like, I have to pay property taxes. I need homeowner's insurance. You know, and that was like and that was right before I turned 30. And then I was already in the process of this surgery. Like, I had been waiting 8 months already for my insurance to approve me, and they didn't for another 8. But I was in the middle of all of that, so like when that happened, I was like, okay, I have stability in my life because I've moved 11 times in 10 years. So once I finally like planted my roots in this house, I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about finding another place to live in 9 months. And things just kind of started falling, and then the surgery fell, and now I'm like, now I get to like enjoy my life.
Yeah.
And kind of chill out for a little bit until I pick my next goal, whether it's, all right, I want to settle down and get married and have kids, or I want to travel and go see some stuff before I do all of that. But yeah, when I was 29 when I started thinking like, let's make some moves, and I bought my house. So by 30, I'm where I thought I'd be by 30, I think, which is a good feeling. Because at 28, I was like, this ain't happening. We're not going to, we'll try for 40. And then 30 came, and I was like, okay, like, we got a house. We've been at your job for 5 years. Like, you own some things. Like, this is pretty cool. And then I started feeling maybe more confident in myself and strong enough to have the surgery, and here we are.
Man.
So don't let 30 scare you. But yeah, it's a good motivator.
I have to get through 27 first. Tyler told me something happens in everyone's life at 27 that changes them. I have 8 days until 27 starts.
But then you have a whole year. You have 365 days.
Yeah. Every day I'm going to wake up and be like, today's the day.
That's too much pressure. Like, I just found out about this, and when we started talking about stuff, I was like, yes, 27, that's correct. And now she feels the pressure where she's like, something's got to happen now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't feel like when I hit 27, something changed, really.
Let Tyler dissect you.
Yeah. He'll break it down.
Because she didn't think either, and he said, when did you switch from radio to your sales job? She was like, 27.
All right. I mean, we could try. I don't know that from 26 to 27 anything major changed, though.
No, your 27th year.
Yeah.
You being 27, going to 28.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this.
Me and Kyle are so nervous. Kyle's in it now for, 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That age is just a number thing. It's pretty true, though. Like, I'm older than you am, and I would consider you way more an adult than me.
I would agree. I am way more of an adult than you. Uh-huh.
There's a reason our parents put you in charge of the finances when they are no longer able to make decisions. Though, to be fair, they put their health in my hands. Like, I'm the one who gets to decide if we pull the plug or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, so.
I think they just know that I would immediately pull the plug, so.
Yeah.
Because of the finance reasons.
Finances, let's go.
Emily is more the logical child, and I am more the emotional
Well, you
one.
have a medical background.
Yeah, a little bit.
More than I do.
That's what my mom said, but I think she was just trying to make me feel good about not giving typically the oldest child responsibilities to the oldest child. I'm actually really okay with it. Anyways, hence you being more the adult. Shoot, I lost my train of thought with that tangent there.
We were talking about what's the next hair with the goal with her opening a salon.
Yeah, we were. I'm really interested. Like, I don't know. What are like? Why can't we make this happen now? How soon can we make this happen? Also, I want to say I would like to say, since the Podcafe is technically a review podcast, if I could interject that I would love to hear you talk about this journey of your own more in these vlogs.
I'm with it, 100%.
Because then it would, I don't know, yeah, then it'd be, it's an interesting dichotomy then, because you're both like on a journey, you're on separate ones, but then you can both kind of like track your progress in your separate goals and stuff, you know?
And we did think about this too, that, she'll be going through a surgery, but eventually she'll plateau where, it's, oh, well, this week I ate this, maybe I felt like this. And then we said, we plan on taking this as far as me or her mine or her pregnancy.
Yeah, that's another question.
We're probably just going to do this until people stop watching.
Yeah.
And then we'll just watch.
Right. That's another question I have is where do we go after you reach a target weight, after like the whole bariatric part is done and over with? Where do we go?
I think we just keep living our lives and keep letting people see our journey.
Yeah.
I think they want to see the struggles of pregnancy or the awesomeness of it. The struggles of trying to open a business. If one of us has problems getting pregnant, God forbid. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many struggles in the world that I feel like women like to hear other women talk about it and get advice by it. So
I agree 100%. And I don't think the bariatric part, it's always going to be a part of my life. Only able to eat, tiny amounts of stuff or fighting cravings. How do I maintain? How am I not regaining? What am I doing to exercise? Things like that. But, everything that life's going to throw at us until we die, essentially.
Yeah.
When people stop watching is when we'll stop filming.
Or not.
Yeah. We'll just
Or not, because if anything else, like, it could be something fun for your kids to watch when you're older. Yeah. It's like the new home videos.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
You guys are like a holistic support group for all things in life.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like that.
I think our friends like being able to get involved with it too. Sending us, oh, this question asked this, or this week, let's talk about this.
And we have friends that a lot of friends that don't live close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we hang out so much because we live like 10 minutes away, but we've got friends that live all over the place, like other states and everything. And we know that, like, on Wednesday, like, we get our text from them, like, oh my God, you guys are so dumb. That was so funny. Like, it's a way to get all of our friends all over, our family. Like, my family's scattered everywhere, too. And, you know, they'll text or whatever. And that's, like, the day where, like, we get, attention's the wrong word, but, like,
you finally get to talk to them.
Yeah, we get to have back and forth with them, and they care enough to give us 15, 20 minutes of their day for us to tell them about our day and our week. And I love that part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel I've enjoyed that about us doing this podcast. It forces me and Emily to keep in touch in different states.
Talk to each other.
Yeah, because we really didn't before.
Yeah.
Not much.
Well, I mean,
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
More texting though.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fun. I think that would be a fun little thing to kind of like document both your progresses.
Yes. That's a great idea.
I don't know. I'm personally a fan of like what's the word?
I can't wait to see what the word is.
I'm not gonna be able to think of it. I feel like I can't think of it right now. But like
Patsy loves being the person who's just gonna raise you up. If
I love
this
it's a good
little
feeling.
idea,
It's a great feeling.
Yes,
I get it. Yeah.
Let's do it. And I'm like, in 10 years, he's like, no, today we are gonna start.
I love that.
I enjoy being supportive in my friends.
You have to be. To make,
Yeah.
I think that comes with the territory of being a good friend. You have
Yeah.
to be supportive of their dreams, even if it's.
He's an accountability coach. That's what he is.
That's important though. But you need someone to be like, you said you were going to do this. Really do it. If it's something you want, you talk about it a lot, and you've got someone in your ear constantly, just like, psst, you know, you really want to do this, right? Like, come on, like you can do it. You can do it. That's so important.
Well, like, and knowing that Sunday nights he was gonna come over and be like, so, you and Bree ever figure out your vlog? No.
Yeah, ask Tyler. I'll send him random texts and be like, so what rank are you? What? I'll be like, I'll straight up. I'll be like, are we gonna miss it again this month? And you know, I don't know. Hopefully it is motivating a little bit. Yeah, I enjoy it. Even if it's stuff I'm not necessarily into. I just like people doing things outside of the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've enjoyed doing this podcast a lot.
Me too.
I think what I was trying to say before was I just like the realness. I like in vlogs and podcasts, I like the realness. I like people not being afraid to show the real side of things and talking about things that are like maybe more difficult to talk about or that a lot of people would be afraid to talk about. God, I'm trying to think of the word, but I fucking can't. I just can't. It'll come to me when we're done recording,
Of course.
and that'll be good. Yeah, I don't know. It's been fun. One of my favorite episodes that we did was our Tim Kennedy episode. I know you didn't like Tim Kennedy, but
I hated that guy.
I really liked the. I like him a lot, but I really liked the little trailer thing I put together with our conversation during that
I
episode.
hated that guy.
Okay, well.
Great shot down again.
Agree to disagree. That's also fun, is that we have very different opinions on a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes it fun, though.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
It's
concept.
always fun to agree.
Yeah, you would think, like, we would rate... We often do give podcasts different ratings, but somehow they always end up, like, with the overall being pretty similar. Like, I clearly did not rate our last podcast that we did as high as she did because it's her favorite, but somehow it ended up being close together still, which was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we both like different things about podcasts, but as a whole, we can agree on a general, rating.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Do you guys listen to a lot of podcasts?
I listened to 2, but
You don't want to talk about them? Which ones?
no. Well, one of them I'll talk about because I absolutely love it. It's called Two Dope Queens.
What?
Oh, I love them.
Yes, I love that you know
They're
who they are.
great.
Okay, so it's just these 2 girls who they'll bring a guest on with them, like like someone in comedy, someone who's working on their stand-up career. I mean, they've had, oh my God, what's his name? Tom Hanks, like, on their show. But they talk about everything, and they're raw, they have no filter, and they just talk about women things and human rights and just, like, everything. But they're so badass. And the one girl is in Adam Levine and Cardi B's new music video for Girls Like You. She's like the third girl in. She's got the most magical afro ever. Her name's Phoebe Robinson. She is so awesome. But I listened to them. They're, oh gosh. I think I've got 2 episodes left of like everything. But they started this like years ago when I finally like found them, caught up, and I've got like 2 episodes left. But they just make me laugh so hard. So great.
Interesting. I never heard of it.
Oh, they're so funny.
They're really funny.
Yeah, they are funny.
What's the other one?
I stopped listening to it because one of their voices just makes me want to put my head through a wall. But Snooki, again, a lot of Jersey Shore reference. Snooki and one of her friends, they have a podcast. And it was funny to me because I have a gay best friend who is not your typical gay, flamboyant, cares about fashion kind of guy. So it's interesting to watch the 2 of them go back and forth, and I'm like, I literally experienced none of that. Because he likes to be a macho man's man.
He's a more masculine
yeah.
He's a truck driver.
He's a truck driver, like he wears boots, and that's how he introduces himself, to make sure. But it was funny to watch the 2 of them go back and forth, because when we were younger, I thought that's how our dynamic would be, and it's completely the opposite of that. But the guy, her best friend, his voice is just, I can't listen to it. Like, I can't listen to his voice anymore, so I stopped listening to it. So 2 dope queens. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
There you go.
Yeah.
You get a podcast within a podcast today.
Yeah.
That's fun. What about you? You don't listen to podcasts?
I have an attention span of a gnat.
Yeah.
So I try really hard. One that hooks me because of my Bravo obsession is Straight Up with Stassi.
Oh, she's the worst.
What is that?
Her name's Stassi Schroeder, and she is the perfect human on Vanderpump Rules, but she's also the devil. It's perfect. So she is probably a good example of bougie, but now she's got money.
Okay.
So she just, interviews a lot of Bravo people, and like her friends are her castmates, so it's it's a real connection with them. But again, attention span of a gnat. Usually music in the car.
Music in the cars.
Yeah.
We're big fans of car concerts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Car karaoke. That's my thing on long car drives. Yeah. I like car karaoke. But that's one of my favorite places to listen to podcasts, probably, is in the car. But I don't know. We listen to a lot of podcasts now. A lot of podcasts. A lot. It's hard to keep up with them. And part of the problem is it's hard. Now I have this hard decision every week. Do I listen to podcast episodes of the one we're supposed to be reviewing, or the podcasts I really enjoy listening to? Now I have to pick between them. And sometimes it works out because the Bright sessions we did, I really liked listening to, so it was no brainer there. My brother and me really liked listening to.
Let's get through an episode of this podcast without you mentioning them once. Goals. Just goals.
But did you notice? Oh, you probably haven't heard it yet. In our last episode, I cut that conversation out.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I'm trying, but I just.
You're not doing well.
No, I just like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
All right, let's jump back again. So, 10 years it took you to decide to get this surgery. Why 10 years?
I think I was trying to convince myself to ignore the stigma that comes with weight loss surgery, which is it's taking the easy way out. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Yeah. Because I've showed more discipline with my diet and making sure that I didn't screw this up, to make sure the doctor was happy with what he saw when he went in to actually do the surgery, which he was super impressed with, which made me feel thank God, all my efforts paid off. I did it right. And then I had to think about okay, well, I'm in a job now. Will my insurance pay for it? Will I be paid when I'm off of work? Now, I've got bills. And you start thinking about all that other kind of stuff that gets buried under the big stuff. Yeah. But once I knew that my health was more important than anything, and I had 30 on my brain. Like, you don't start getting healthier as you get older, generally. But if I can physically do that, and, I've talked to my doctor about wanting to have children before, and he said right now, my system kind of shut itself off and was like, you're not going to be able to make a baby. And they suggested, if you're able to lose some weight, you might be able to get pregnant easier. So that was the goal. The immediate goal was, I want to be a mom so bad. And if this is what I have to do it, we're going to take this first step. Because if I couldn't ever lose the weight on my own, I probably would have never been able to, like, forgive myself for that.
Yeah.
To just, you can't have kids and you couldn't lose the weight. And if I at least try to do something to lose the weight and still can't get pregnant, I did everything I could do. So that was a big part of why I wanted to do it. But there was a lot of thinking, like, long term and when's the right time and stuff like that. And I knew that I had enough people behind me to be like, you can do this, we'll be here for whatever you need. And I never once felt like I was alone. And once my insurance said, yeah, we'll pay for it, but you have to do this, this, and this, I was like, all right, let's do it.
So in those 10 years, did you guys ever talk about the decision-making process? Did you ever, like, bounce ideas off of her? Like,
I never really talked to anyone about it. I mentioned it to my dad a couple times because he had it done. And when I finally told him, like, I really think I want to do this, he said, if I could have done it when I was your age, I would have in a heartbeat. Because he had it 15 years ago, so he was like 48, 49-ish when he had it done. And now, I'm 30, I should be healed and where my body is going to take me on its own in the next year and a half, which is the perfect age if I want to start having children.
Yeah.
My body's healthy, knock on wood. I had no diabetes, no high cholesterol, no anything like that, no high blood pressure, and I didn't ever want to get there.
Yeah.
So I tried to kind of, get rid of it before it could come for me.
Wow.
So,
nice.
Yeah, but no, I never really talked about it. I was really quiet about my weight and how insecure I really was. I think I hid it well, but then once I think I was in the hospital, actually probably the day that Gianna took my before pictures, I would just took my shirt off and was in a sports bra and was like, here it is. And then after that, in the hospital, I was showing everyone my scars. Like, I didn't care. Like, now even if someone's like, I'm like, yeah, you can see my stomach. And I'm like, I don't care because this isn't who I'm going to be in 6 months. So I already feel weirdly confident in this new 40 pounds down body, which shocks me. I didn't think I'd be here anytime soon. But now I know that this isn't who I'm going to be. And if I show somebody this now in 6 months, they're not going to remember this about me. They're going to remember what's in front of them, I think. So, yeah.
I would love, we talked about like bathing suits and stuff. I would love to talk about the hardest parts of that, if you want. Like, before the surgery, the hardest parts of just, like, weight stuff. Like, what made you the most self-conscious? What were you like? Were you aware of it every day?
Every day I was aware of it, but you're reminded in some situations, like on the airplane when your seatbelt doesn't buckle. Yeah. Some people that is never a thought that crosses their mind. I would sweat and have the worst anxiety getting on a plane, fearful that my buckle wouldn't buckle. Yeah. My seatbelt. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah. Roller coasters, the thing not closing over you. People don't think about that unless you're overweight and you've had a situation where you got on a ride and it didn't close. And you have to do that walk of shame back out. Yeah. That is enough to scar you to never go on a roller coaster again.
Did that ever happen to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. The seatbelt thing has happened. Yeah. There's things like that just stick with you that make you more reserved and more fearful, I guess, to be adventurous and do stuff. But clothing, her wedding.
I was just going to say, my wedding, I had to rip her out of her house to go get her bridesmaid's dress.
Because I did not want to try. And she knows literally everything about me. I didn't want numbers discussed. I didn't want her to know what size I needed. Nothing. So we went, we had an appointment at 6 o'clock. We got there at 6:40.
5:40.
5:40, and we were out, paid, done by 6:11. I was like, that dress, this size, let me try it on. Okay, I'm going to buy a size smaller. She ordered it. We were out the door. I wanted it to be done. Yeah. But the day she got married, when I put that dress on, I literally never felt prettier in my entire life. It ended up working out. Yeah. The dress fit perfectly. I felt good. And I knew that my surgery was coming. So, like, anything past that, like, if I felt this beautiful now, I can't imagine what I'm going to feel like in a year.
Yeah.
Cocky.
Hopefully, right?
No, I don't want to be cocky. And it's crazy because I've had friends that were literally like, are you still going to want to be around us when you... And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what? I don't understand.
I'm
And
not,
then,
getting famous.
but I've heard stories of people who get this new body and they get this new image of themselves and they think they're hot shit, and it's like, fine, but you can't like leave the people who've been here for you through everything just because you look different.
Right.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that normal people don't think about that you are faced with. Clothing, bathing suits, things, fitting places, weight limits on stuff, like all that kind of stuff that normal people don't ever think about. But now I'm like, I'm not gonna have to worry about that anymore. I'm not gonna have to worry about that anymore. And it just like makes you want to like keep going and like drinking your water and like eating your vegetables. It like keeps you so motivated when you think of that stuff you're not gonna have to face anymore.
That's awesome. It's probably more, at least as much, if not more motivating than like just straight health factors.
100%. And this community calls them non-scale victories. So it's not like, oh, I lost 20 pounds, but it's like, I'm in a medium shirt. That's huge.
Yeah.
Like things like that aren't defined by the scale. That's like a huge motivator in this whole community that I'm now like.
I always felt bad when you would come over and I couldn't offer you a pair of sweatpants.
Yeah, all the time. That was a huge thing.
Really?
That was a huge, not just you, but like in general. Yeah.
Was it ever like said out loud? Did you guys ever talk about this stuff?
Yeah, like you need to leave clothes here. But it wasn't because I don't have your size. It was like, why don't you just start leaving clothes here?
Yeah.
Because I'd come right from work in jeans or dress pants, whatever, and we'd hang out for 4 or 5 hours and I'm still in my jeans or dress pants. So eventually I just like ended up leaving clothes at her house or a bag in my car or something so I could like decompress after work. Mm-hmm. But like sharing clothes with my friends, I could never do that.
Huh.
And now thinking about it,
psyched.
Yeah, psyched about that.
Psyched? Psyched about that?
Psyched about that.
Man, so it literally impacts almost every aspect of your life. What about like relationships?
I think I was more insecure than, I don't know how to say this. I had a really hard time thinking that I'd ever be able to like get married or find someone who actually loved me because I didn't love who I was physically. So to know that, you know, if I was in a relationship, I was like, there's something else here. They don't actually, I was a self-sabotager like no other, to make sure that I left them before I was left because like I could not handle that. Because no matter what they said it was, I assumed it was because of how I looked. So my last relationship that I was in, I felt the most, it was a very toxic relationship, but I felt the most genuine love. It was a weird thing, but there was nothing ever discussed about my physical appearance. Like I was self-conscious, but I never heard anything back about it, like ever. Like, you're beautiful exactly how you are, like don't change anything about you. And that really helped me get my confidence up. And now it's like, well, it's over for everybody. Like now. Yeah, we're on a good path now. But yeah, I was a self-sabotager just because I didn't want to be left for any reason. No, it could have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And I would be like, it's because of how I look. I get it. Like, it's not what it was, but that was like the brain that I was working with.
I bet that's probably more common than not. That it was more just like in your head, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know that people are. There's definitely some judgmental people in the world, but I don't know if like they're that judgmental, you know, especially if they're like in your circle or like.
In my circle, definitely not. I mean, I've had conversations more like recently about, you know, what's your body going to look like after? Like, are you going to have plastic surgery? And I'm good with those conversations now. Like, I want the people around me to ask questions because I want them to know. Yeah. I don't mind people being like, well, what this and this, like, bring on your questions. But you know there's some people that are like, well, a lady at work the other day, I had just come back and I was out for 10 days. And I had, like, my arm up on her desk, and she came, and she's like, oh, my God, you look great. And she grabbed, like, my arm fat. And she's like, well, what are we going to do about this now? And this is a woman who probably weighs 160 pounds and goes, oh, you're so lucky you get to have this surgery. I need to lose 100 pounds. And I'm like, okay, time out on the field.
Okay, wait.
You don't talk to someone who is on paper morbidly obese about you wanting what would be cosmetic surgery, because if you lost 100 pounds, you would die.
You'd be 60 pounds.
Right. You're not going to talk to me about how bad you need surgery when I could lose 130 pounds and look healthy.
Yeah.
So there are people that ask questions that are ignorant, which is like, you're in public, people are ignorant, just, move past it. And I've gotten a lot better as I've gotten older, because when you're a kid, I was bullied all the time for being heavy. All the time. Which gives you a complex. But now when you're an adult, you feel a little more confident to not fight back, but stand up for yourself. So now when I'm able to do that and put someone in their place and say, well, I'm going to lose 100 pounds and tone my muscle, and then this should be gone. And they're like, oh, that'll be great. So,
But also it sounds like you advocate not going straight to the surgery.
Absolutely.
Like, try things first.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're only like 160 pounds.
Right. Well, that's my thing now. Like when we wrap up our videos, if I don't panic, I say drink your water and be nice to everybody. Because those are two things that have if those two things would have been instilled to me when I was younger, it would have been a different ballgame. Drink your water instead of your pop and your this and your that. That would have physically helped me. And be nice to everybody. Someone who's bullied generally finds other people to bully and pick on for other stuff. So it's just a nasty cycle. So now even when people are rude to me, I try not to be a beast back and just be, informative instead of being a bully. Because that's not fun at all.
Right. That's a very, positive perspective to have. Because you could easily fall into the camp of, like, why do we have to be so focused on my weight? No. Like, I know I got the surgery, but why do we keep talking about it,
Yeah. And I definitely now, if I can get, like I said, one more person to change a habit, and I don't want everyone to see me and be like, I need surgery. No, but, like, switch your Coke out for water. Go for a walk. Like, this morning I woke up at 7:30 on my only day off, and all I could think about was going for a walk. I had hardly brushed my teeth and was, like, out the door and went for a mile walk this morning. My eyes were almost still closed. My brain was like, you gotta get up, you gotta go, you gotta go.
And you never used to be like that?
Not at all. Not at all. And I could not think about anything else. I was like, at 7:30, I don't have to be anywhere till, like, 10. I was like, just get up.
Is it because you feel different? Like, physiologically, or you're just, like, super motivated?
Motivated. I want to succeed. I want to do well. I know I have a lot of people watching me, and I have a lot of people I want to prove wrong. But more importantly, I want to prove to these people who are supporting me and watching me that, like, I did it, we made it. Like, that's the ultimate goal. So things that I can do instead of going back to sleep for 2 more hours.
Right.
Get up, go burn 200 calories before you've done anything for the day. And I feel great. I mean, I've done so much today already. Like, my energy's great, and I haven't had caffeine in a month.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, that's fantastic. So, sharing clothes, besides sharing clothes, what's, like, the one thing you're looking forward to most?
Wearing summer clothes on this cruise that we go on in January and not feeling self-conscious about it.
Is the cruise like the end game? Like,
yeah,
the big reveal?
We'll be 7 months out, but I mean, my dad came in for my surgery, and I don't know that I'll see him before January, so that will be huge for me. Like, huge for me to, like, have my dad see me, like, after all of this, because he went through it. He saw how much I was struggling. But a lot of my favorite people are going to be in one spot where I'm not going to be worried about people looking at me and judging me, and I can be able to enjoy an experience for what it's supposed to be instead of being insecure about sitting, what I'm ordering, what I'm eating, how fast I'm eating, who's looking at me, like, all this stuff that goes on when I'm out in public. I want all of that to go away. I just want to be able to, like, enjoy an experience.
You constantly used to think about that stuff, huh?
24 hours a day.
Really?
24 hours a day. Are my sleeves pulled down on my shirt enough? Is there too much arm out? Like, am I sitting up straight so that my stomach looks flat? Like, I'm taking a picture, like, make sure you're not looking down, because, like,
yeah, do the Oprah chin.
Yeah, like, stick your chin out, or make sure you have a good angle to make your face. Yes, constantly thought about it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's something, I don't know, most
just
people
a constant voice in the back of
about.
your head.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but she's on her way out, so.
Is it less and less already?
No lie to you. We went to Sam's Club today, because I needed protein shakes and stuff. Not a single piece of anxiety walking into a crowded place of people anymore.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Awesome.
Just like the grocery store, something so basic.
Yeah.
No anxiety about it.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fascinating that you say you yourself thought about it being the easy way out. I don't think anyone would guess that the person deciding to get the surgery would feel that way.
And I've heard it from people though.
Sure.
Why don't you just work out? Why don't you just change what you eat? It's like, did you see the chicken breasts and the broccoli that I had for lunch and the gallon of water I drank today? Like, I'm doing it. I've made the changes.
Yeah.
I gave up fast food 12 years ago. Like, I've made the changes. I need help.
It's not helping.
So this is just, and once I finally started hearing other people and my doctor say, this is a tool, I was like, it is a tool. It's going to help me get my energy up so I want to be more active. It's going to help me get rid of my sugar addiction so I'm craving things that are good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And in 20 days, it's done that.
Wow. That's fast.
And I'm definitely not going to say that after I'm able to eat what I want, I will never have pizza or never have ice cream again. Like, I'm going to still do those things, but because I have a taste for them and not because I'm upset or celebrating something, I'm going to learn to eat whatever I want for different reasons, but, know that a little bit of sugar, a little bit of carbs are okay here and there and not kill myself over it.
Yeah. Yeah, the point is, like, not to be an anomaly, right? Just doing what everybody does.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dang, that's awesome. All right. Well, what did you say next steps were? You're going purees right now?
Purees right now, and then I get to go to soft foods, which I guess is, I don't want to say whatever I want, but I won't have to put my stuff in the blender. I can eat and chew stuff, but I can't think of anything that I won't be able to eat that falls under soft foods. Because I'm gluten-free anyway, so, like, I'm not a pasta person, bread. Like, I don't have to worry about cutting that stuff out because I did that 6 years ago. So now when my diet is back to normal, it's just everything I'm assuming is cooked for the beginning, no raw vegetables, no raw anything until we're back rolling. But yeah, after 3 more weeks, I'm back to no one's going to monitor what you eat. Make good choices.
Yeah.
So, but I track everything I put in my mouth now, so I think that's really good for holding me accountable.
Did you use, like, MyFitnessPal or something? Or
there was actually an app the doctor recommended. It's like a bariatric patient app to just track your fluids, your exercise, all that, so that I don't have to go in and show the dietitian, like, paper. I can be like, here's my app, just look at everything I've eaten, and yeah, it's a pretty solid tool. Dang. It holds me accountable and makes me really think about everything I put in my mouth now, because I'm like, ooh, do I want to record that? Do I want someone else to see that? No, I don't, so just don't eat it. Crazy. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And what are your next steps? We talked about it a little bit. What's the immediate next step?
I guess truly just, like, make a dream board. Like, what is my vision for the next step? Yeah.
Like a secret?
I have a Pinterest board.
You have a what?
I have a Pinterest board.
What's on it?
It says, like, my future salon. It's just, like, what I would want it to look like. Name's a big thing. Before I got married, I did want it to be called GTs, like TEASE. Like, there goes that.
I mean, still could, I guess.
No, but I did think, like, I would want a name that guys feel comfortable coming to also.
That's an important thing.
That's so
I do. Like, I probably 50% of my clients are guys.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's interesting.
So I would really want them to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys come in and they're like, do guys even come here? I'm like, yeah, I have not put my clippers down today, yes.
Literally just the word salon is a little bit of a deterrent for guys.
Because you'd rather say, like, barber
or a little intimidating, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to tell my guy friends I'm going to the salon to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
You know?
He wants to tell me he's going to the sports clips.
I'm going to sports clips for all the sports. So I like the sports now.
All the sports things.
I like
go to watch sports.
When the teams win in the sports. I really enjoy it. Alright, guys. Well, I literally have nothing else, I don't think. But
I have another question for Gianna.
Here we go.
Well, I hear a question.
Definitely.
Because I was thinking about when you guys were talking about, like, just people being negative and, like, having those just judgmental feelings. And, I mean, it could go the same way for Boujee. I feel like Gianna holds it as, like, Boujee has no negative connotation.
Absolutely
but,
not.
but I feel like a lot of people think differently, and I just love the way you own it. So,
I get called a brat so often. Like, oh my goodness. Princess at work, my book used to say princess on it.
I feel like Bougie's like the elevated, like spoiled brat kind of like mentality.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the girl from oh my god, Willy Wonka?
Oh, I've
The
been
one
called
who wants everything.
Veruca
Veruca Salt. Like,
I've been called Veruca Salt since birth.
but she's really good though at getting what she wants, whether it's something, you know, like physical that she wants or like whatever it is. Like, she gets what she wants. She's determined 100%. Whatever she wants, she gets it. So
I want
eventually she won't be. I want the whole world. Yeah, she won't be bougie forever.
I think in Sammy's bridesmaid speech,
did.
she quoted Veruca Salt.
She did.
Yeah,
That's
whole life.
hilarious. It's just part of your identity.
Well,
Yes,
the problem
it's who she
is,
Yes.
the problem is that on my dad's side, I'm the only girl, and on my mom's side, I'm the youngest girl. So I've always had this like, oh, our little girl. And even when Tyler started dating me, he's like, the amount of people who warned me if I hurt you was so annoying.
Yeah.
Does that come from your family a little bit, the whole bougie thing? Was it instilled in you? Is the rest of your family like that?
Yeah, they're
Really?
ridiculous. Yeah, they don't use the word like I do, but they are bougie
Is,
AF.
is it just your family, or is that like an Italian thing?
Mine, I think.
I'm not going to speak on that. Oh, God.
I don't know. I'm a lot like my mom, and she's pretty bougie.
She's pretty
She lives this high class life for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, she works part time. My dad's an electrician. You know what I mean?
But she's making it happen. Like, she has what she wants. She loves her house. Her house is her favorite place in the world. The people around it, her backyard. Like, she is living her best life. She goes on vacations.
Yeah.
She's living her best life. Not in a mansion, but she's
Like there's
doing it.
Yeah, there's a bocce ball court in my parents' backyard.
See, yes. Like, what?
For what reason?
Yes.
So, I guess my question is that enough for you, or do you want the mansion?
No, I want to never check my bank account. Ever, ever, ever.
So she wants the mansion.
She wants the mansion.
And she wants someone else to physically pay the mortgage for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told Tyler when I met him, like, do you plan on having a bunch of zeros in your bank account? Because I'm looking for that.
Because if not, this isn't gonna work.
This isn't gonna work.
I don't know.
Need at least 2 commas.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
at least.
God bless
Yeah.
her, at least 2 commas. I like the way she thinks.
Yeah, and I watch The Housewives like a sport. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You have like
gonna
a
be my
fantasy
life.
draft.
Yes, it
I know
is
what
intense.
not to do and what to do.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's too funny.
So
Awesome. Alright, guys. Well, this has been a blast. I enjoyed
So
having this
fun.
conversation.
Thanks for
you.
letting us take over your podcast. today.
Yeah, I don't know that we've ever had like an in-depth conversation like this, so it's been fun.
Thanks for letting me speak on my
It's been
cause
awesome.
here.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it's important.
Thanks for not
people.
judging me.
No judgment here. Not till I leave.
It's
Then
the
I'll-
judgment-free zone.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's been great. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday.
We still have no sign off. If you guys have any ideas,
Yeah.
We can sign it off
We're-
with
Need that.
ours.
yeah. Why don't you
Yeah.
give us your sign off?
Okay.
Yeah, do
Drink
that.
a lot of water. Be nice to everybody.
And brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth.